there's 9 episodes for Last of Us. So they're all finished now. The last one was basically the one in the hospital when Joel goes and he saves Ellie. The really thing that pissed me off with that thing was that
Isn't it based on the game?
it is based on the game. He goes in because in the game you go into the hospital, you save Ellie, yeah, who's basically they have to basically operate on her and remove her brain because her brain is the key to having this cure. But they didn't actually do this one thing. They actually had to basically. We know from we played the game. There's 11 other people that were also had some immunity to the virus, and they didn't basically highlight the fact that removing her brain is a guarantee that there will be a cure. So they didn't actually say that in the episode. So basically I felt that they could have actually said that, well, there's been like 9 attempts to find the cure and they failed, and these patients have died, and now they're going to try again with Ellie, and she also might high odds of her passing away and then not finding a cure. So they should have done that, but they didn't do that. Really kind of pissed me off with that sort of thing. But apart from that, everything was fine. Pacing killed it because a lot of things they could have more stuff with tests. Felt that the whole test bit they had, they sort of rushed it. The episode with that whole sort of thing with Bill, that was fine. You know, it had expanded on what Bill and his situation was.
You know what annoyed me the most?
What?
Like, you know when they go to that laboratory,
Yeah.
and he gets stabbed accidentally.
Yeah.
Accidentally. I'm like, well, really?
Yeah.
Fucking, they had a gun and he got stabbed. I'm like, how did the
Things happen. I get that, but then they should have still like.
that annoyed me so much.
Really? You know what really annoyed me? There was not as many clickers that I wanted. You know, like the infected, there wasn't as much infected. I would have hoped that would be more infected. So more sort of scenes.
In the game, they said the clickers, they are more thingy in like populated areas.
Yeah, but not even like sort of darker sort of things. But then even so, there still to be more infected in the world.
You know that monster that comes?
Yeah,
in
the bloater. No, there's no bloater. You don't see him again. You just see him just then.
That one episode.
What
was the flipping?
I know. I would have preferred to see more bloaters, or them actually killing a bloater would be awesome, like grenading the thing or like doing something.
How powerful is this?
Pretty powerful. In the game, you have to basically have to like, RPG or grenade the thing, and then they die. Yeah, because there's like there's one part in the game when you're basically this sort of basketball sort of like this place, and then you have to kill the bloater in this basketball arena. So basically, just running around and basically just dodging it, shooting stuff at it, and then finally eventually it just does die. But I wanted to see something like that. I mean, cool. The first episode was brilliant, like almost 10 out of 10. Seeing that, kind of like felt the same way as I was playing the game as well. It was like tear-jerking. Even so, I would have preferred them actually casting someone else. You know the guy from Game of Thrones, you know Jaime Lannister?
Yeah.
I felt that he would have been like cool just seeing him being Joel because he looks very similar. No, he looks very similar.
The actor that played Joel, I think he pulled up.
Pedro Pascal, he's a great actor. Mandalorian he does as well, great actor.
I want to watch Mandalorian. I haven't watched
Season 3's out now. It's out. It's good. But yeah, Pedro Pascal, great actor. So I'm not too like hard done with them. But with the girl, you know, what's her name called? Like Bella Ramsey, I think her name is. This is the actor that plays Ellie in the series. Yeah, I wasn't too sure about that, but saying that her voice and stuff as well, she's, you know what, I'm okay with it now. In the beginning, I wasn't sure about her casting, but I'm okay with that. I would prefer there's another actor called I think it's called, what's her name? Caitlin Danvers or something like that. She would be good. And also, but the cool thing is, in the final episode, you know the actual voice actor that does Ellie in the game, she's Ellie's mother in the final episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and the cool thing is there's rumors that she's going to be back and she's going to play Ellie in part 2 when she's grown up. That would be cool. That would be cool to see. But yeah, 9 out of 10. I gave Last of Us. It was great.
So what happens in the...
Yeah, I played Last of Us 2. But what they're going to do as well, they said that Last of Us 2... Oh yeah, cool thing is, if you notice, in the hospital, when you see that bit, one of the nurses is actually the voice actor for one of the main characters from the Last of Us 2. You know the hench butch woman, I forgot her name again. She's the voice actor. Which is really different. But yeah, they're going to say that Last of Us 2, they're going to do in 2 separate things. So one with Ellie, and then one with that butch woman. I forgot her name is. It's not
so
my time.
In the end of Last of Us, the game, what happens in the end?
What? That's it. They ended it the way that they ended it. So basically, Joel saves Ellie from the hospital and says, yeah, raiders came to the hospital. We had to escape. And then Ellie says, are you... She kind of knows Joe's not telling her all the truth. Like,
is that after he got stabbed?
This is after, yeah, because he's like, they're fine now. They get, basically,
he recovered.
They go to like the hospital and then they get flashbanged and then they're knocked out and there's fireflies there. Fireflies take Ellie and they're gonna prep her for surgery and stuff. Joel wakes up. Joel's like, "What's going on?" He says, "Oh, sorry, we didn't know who you were, but yeah, anyway, we have to do this surgery. We have to prep her for surgery." He's like, "What means surgery? What's going on? What's happening?" And they said that they tell him we have to be in the hospital basically.
So Last of Us 2 happens.
Last of Us 2, basically, Ellie's older,
Yeah.
and
What happens to Joel? Is dead.
no, they go back to the town. So basically, they're now going back to the town where they came from with like Tommy, which is like. But yeah, in like so, for example, what happens is that Joel and Ellie they go back to the town where Tommy is. Tommy is Joel's brother, and Tommy has a new life. Basically, he tells like Joel, "I can't come with you. I'm expecting a child now because the person who's the leader of that village is Tommy's girlfriend, and they're gonna have a child." So he's kind of like, that's new.
No,
for
I
him.
know that, but they showed that in the episode.
Yeah. So basically,
So Last of Us 2 happens.
so basically, Last of Us 2 sets off with they're in the village, and what happens is people, Joel goes on to a little mission basically, and then they get like ambushed by another group of people, and then Joel dies, and then Joel's killed in front of Ellie, and Ellie's like, "I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you," and then the entire mission is Ellie going back and
So
killing.
who kills Joel?
Huh?
Who kills Joel?
It's this group of people who are also trying to have their own little mission. But then basically when you play Last of Us 2, the game, you find out who this person was, and you know what happened there. So
So
anyway,
what happened?
but yeah, Last of Us 2, they're gonna split into two sort of things. I found that in this 9 episodes they could have had the DLC as like, and then it could have expanded quite easily. It could have been 24 episodes or even 2 series. I would have been happy with that. Because I felt the pacing was just wrong. That's what killed it for me. I would have quite easily given it a 10 out of 10. I love Last of Us, the game. I've played it 3 times on 3 different consoles as well. Yeah. So, it's just something like, I've loved. And I want to go back and, just revisit everything as well. But I found that the pacing would have been so much better if they did the pacing correct. But everything else is perfect about it. I can't criticize any more than what I've done.